Mickie James and Naomi. And there's the bell. And Storm goes after Naomi. Misses, and Naomi hits her in the back. Storm. Oh, a boot and a stunner. Storm and Naomi had a bit of a rivalry last year. Storm came out victorious in a Hell in a Cell match. And Storm kicks away at Mickie James. So we know Toni Storm won the Royal Rumble this year. And, oh, Storm with the, some type of move maneuver. And now Storm with the head scissor takeover. Storm is just going to town on both ladies here. Taking it to both of them one at a time. And, oh, but now James catches her. And with a reverse DDT. And now James and Naomi tie up. And, oh, James with a big right hand. Got Naomi in the corner. Now sits her up on the top turnbuckle. And now she turns her attention to Storm. Storm with a double underhook. Oh, look at that. What a maneuver by Toni Storm. And now she goes after Naomi. And, oh, big back superplex by Toni Storm. And Naomi kicks out at one, and Toni Storm has said she is not taking this WrestleMania thing for granted. She's going to show the whole world what she's made of here. And, oh, and Storm runs into a flapjack by Mickie James. Goes for the cover. One count only. Storm kicks out. And rolls out of the ring. Oh, and now James with a forearm shot on Naomi. Oh, and look at this spinning heel kick by Mickie James. But Naomi gets back up and, oh, gets a roundhouse kick of her own. And into the side Russian leg sweep. And Naomi stomps on the arm of James. Now sits down across the back. And, oh, and Storm has her up and, oh. And Storm drags Naomi into the middle of the ring and goes for the cover. 1, 2. Naomi kicks out at 2. Oh, and forearm shot by James. Storm gets a knee. James missed the super kick, but she gets the shot. Snapmare, oh, and a kick to the back. Meanwhile, Naomi is slumped against the ropes. And, oh, low drop kick by Mickie James on the Toni Storm. And James goes for the cover. Storm kicks out straight away. And, oh, Naomi with an arm drag on the James. Gets a snapmare on Storm. And now she goes after James. Irish whip. And, oh, but now Storm has Naomi. Oh, Storm 0. But Naomi kicks out. And now James and Storm fights her way out, has a fireman's carry on James. Oh, but James elbows her way out. Front face lock and a double drop kick from James and Naomi. And, oh, and Naomi sits James down on top of her. And now James with the drop toe hold on the Naomi. Oh, and James with the Mick kick. 2. Naomi kicks out at 2. James thought she had it. Got Storm out of the ring. Caught Naomi. Uh-oh, and now she might have it here. And there's the jumping DDT. What? Oh, but Storm breaks it up. And now she stomps on Naomi. And Storm sits down across the back. But, oh, it catches a jumping clothesline from James. James now going up to the top rope. But Naomi's up. James with the big splash on the Toni Storm. And now James twists the arm of Naomi. Got the hammer lock. But Naomi punching her way out. And now Northern Light suplex by Naomi. And she's feeling the glow here. And, oh, but James clips her from behind. And now Storm goes after James. Got the fisherman's hook and, oh, fisherman's suplex. James kicks out and hops right back up and walks into a big boot from Toni Storm. And, oh, and Storm with a series of headbutts. And Storm has said she's going to bring the fight to Charlotte Flair and Beth Phoenix at WrestleMania. And she's showing here exactly what she's talking about. And now Storm has put James in the corner, dumps Naomi over the top rope and goes after her down on the floor. Of course, can't win the match out there, Toni. Oh, and Naomi with the shot. And, oh, and Naomi kicking away. Oh! And Naomi's feeling it here. And throws Storm back in the ring. Now all three ladies back in the ring. And James side Russian leg sweep on the Naomi. And now it's just James and Storm. And Storm dumps Mickie over the top rope down on the floor. Goes down there and picks her up and comes back in the ring now. Oh, Naomi misses the splash. And Storm. Oh. Head across the knee. Storm goes for the cover. And James breaks it up. And now Mickie James twists the arm of Storm. And a neck breaker. Storm rolls out of the ring. And now James goes after Naomi. Oh, it slams her head down on the mat. And now picks her up. Standing drop kick by Mickie James. And now Naomi rolls out to the floor. So Naomi and Toni are out on the floor. James follows them both out. And now Mickie James with the shot and a spinning kick. And James is just going to town on Naomi with the strikes. Oh, and just rams her into the barricade. And now it doesn't end it there. Oh, big flapjack out on the floor. Meanwhile, Storm is back in the ring. Naomi runs back in the ring. Everybody's back in the ring now. And, oh, big chop by Storm on the James. And, oh, Mickie with the bulldog now on the Toni Storm. Oh, and she goes for the kick. She caught Naomi instead. Storm breaks it up. And, oh, stomps on the head of Naomi. Now, Storm, what's Storm doing here? Doing the Oklahoma ride here. And into a crossface. But lets it go to go after James. James now back to the neck breaker. Storm rolls out of the ring. And James picks up Naomi. And back to the neck breaker. And now Naomi rolls out of the ring. So once again, two opponents down on the floor. James goes after Naomi. And walks into a kick. And a drop kick by Naomi. And Naomi's feeling the glow here. And now she drops the leg on Mickie James. And Toni Storm outside on the other side of it is firing herself up to get back in the action here. And now all three ladies back in the ring. Storm has Naomi. Oh, slams into the turnbuckle. Now the snapmare and the kick. And Storm has her up. European uppercut. And now Storm back for the third time. And Storm drags Naomi in the middle of the ring. And James breaks it up. Oh, and now James with the shot on the Storm. And oh, the jumping DDT. James rolls over into the pin, but Storm gets the ropes. Storm back on her feet now. And oh, reverse exploder. Gets a hip toss on Naomi. Got the front face lock now. And shoves her off. But Naomi up fireman's carry. Storm drops down. Snapmare and oh! And hip attack. Oh, and Storm now walks into a knee from James in the shot. And Mickie James going at it, and uh-oh. Half crab, but Naomi gets to the ropes. And James with the neck breaker. Picks Naomi back up. Oh, Naomi with the shot. And James returns fire. And goes for the cover. 2. Naomi kicks out at 2. And now James picks her up. James with the shot. And snap suplex. And Storm takes advantage. Picks James up and dumps her. James now out on the floor. Oh, Naomi sidesteps the drop kick and front face lock. Naomi yanks the arm and sits down on the arm. And now Naomi picks up Toni Storm. Oh, and there's the rear view. Naomi goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, James breaks it up 2.5. And now, Naomi now jumps on James and just pounds away at her. And she goes to cover James. 2. James kicks out at 2. What a great match here tonight. And James misses the drop kick. Naomi picks her up. Wow. Naomi went for the spinning heel kick. James caught her. And now James stomps on Storm. Slams her head into the mat. James misses the stomp. Front face lock now. And gets the knee. And she's got Storm by the hair. And dumps her over the top rope down to the floor. And now Mickie James picks up Toni Storm. And a suplex out on the floor. And James is determined tonight. So is Naomi. Both of them looking to get a win over Toni Storm, who will be challenging for the Women's Championship. And Storm. And back to the neck breaker. Storm goes for the cover. Naomi breaks it up immediately. And now Storm with the shot. And the double under. Storm 0. 2, 3. Toni Storm victorious. And that is your women's challenger at WrestleMania. Victorious here tonight. SmackDown Live. What a match. All 3 women brought their A game. All 3 women hit the big shots. And here we and you're seeing just some of the great work that was done in this match.